Hello everyone, Professor Fife here. Today I want to talk to you all about Ewald's first brass quintet. And there's a reason why I want to talk about this piece. Now this is a piece of very common, standard brass quintet repertoire. But most people don't know that the horn part was originally written for the alto horn. And there are two different commonly used editions of this piece. There's the original version, and then there is the edition by David R. Thomas, and that is for standard brass quintet, two trumpets, horn and F, trombone, tuba. But the original version of this piece was for two B-flat cornets, E-flat alto horn, B-flat baritone, and tuba. So the original version of this piece had more of a British brass band type instrumentation than what is more commonly played today, because the more commonly used edition is the one for the standard brass quintet. But there's a little bit of a color difference between these two ensembles. The original instrumentation mostly features, well, actually all the instruments are conical, so it's going to have a much darker sound than the standard instrumentation that we're used to today. So I'm going to play the beginning of this piece, and you'll get to hear what it sounds like on the original instrument. Now, let's compare that with the sound of our common double horn. So as you can hear, there's a big difference between the sound of the alto horn versus the sound of the horn. And one of the main things is the alto horn has a much more compact sound, and it's just not as lush. There's not as many overtones, but it's a much easier instrument to play than the horn. But the horn, the sound quality, the tone is just very lush compared to the sound of the alto horn. That being said, even though the horn is a more difficult instrument to play, there's one particular lick in this piece that is much easier on this instrument than the alto horn. That one right there. On this instrument, it's in C major, concert F. But on the alto horn, it's in D major. As you can hear, it's just much more difficult on the alto horn. That is the only measure in this piece that is more difficult on this instrument. Everything else is much easier to play, but the sound is a little bit more compact than what you're used to on our double horn.